Adou Thiero, the Arkansas Razorback, has decided to stay in the NBA draft, breaking the hearts of Arkansas fans and John Calipari, who got some good news the other day about Carter Knox returning, but now get, brought back down to earth as Adou Thiero decides to stay in the NBA draft. The 6'8", 220-pound junior last year was one of the better players for Arkansas. Averaged 15 points, 6 rebounds, almost 2 assists a game, 55% from the field. Not the best from three-point range, not really a shooter at this point. Only 25% from three, which dipped from last season at 31%. Only 69% from the line as well. But the defensive versatility with him, the slashing, the athleticism, the playmaking at 6'8", 220, I think made him really enticing to some NBA teams and kind of the versatility that he can bring at his size. He could have came back to Arkansas, and Arkansas probably would have been, as high as three, maybe even, I don't even, maybe even two in the country with Adou Thiero back in the fold. He decides to stay in the NBA draft. Dion, I'll throw it to you first. What do you take about Adou staying in the draft? And then I guess, what does this mean for Arkansas?
I think Arkansas, Cal goes about off seasons assuming people are leaving because that's what he wants. So I think from an Arkansas perspective, I don't know how affected they are by it just because of who Cal is. Another coach I think might be a little bit more affected by it because a lot of guys don't necessarily play into the NBA aspects of things the way Cal does. But with Cal, I think Arkansas will be fine. Obviously, they won't be as good as if they were returning. Adou Thiero, but I think they'll be okay. I think this is what they were wanting. This is what they were assuming. I don't think they really were expecting him to return. For a dude, a guy that listed at 6'6", he shot 25% from three. Hey man, if they're telling you you're gonna get drafted, just go ahead and go do it. Because it might not happen again. Like I think he has an incredible skill set. I'm not sure it's the most NBA skill set in the world, especially for his size. So I think if they're telling him he's gonna be drafted, I say go do it. He's carved out an ability to create for himself inside the arc that I think is very worthwhile for a team. I think he plays great defense, he rebounds, he hustles hard. There's a lot of teams that could just use people that would provide the energy a dude provides. Like I said, he can't shoot though. So if they're telling you you're going to be drafted while you shoot 25% from three or whatever the number was last year, just go ahead and go do that.
Yeah, and maybe they're thinking he'll figure it out, right? Like maybe they're bad. He was a good free throw shooter the previous year, not last year necessarily, but like maybe you project that he can be a guy that can maybe one day be a threat from 3-point range. And if he does get to that point where even you're getting to like 33%, right? Or something around that, like a threat at least. He's a player that has size and athleticism and the defensive versatility that I think NBA teams would just love to have in nowadays NBA. And if he is getting the kind of the promise and kind of wants to play at the next level, which I think he is getting at this point, I do think that Adou Thiero will actually carve himself out a nice role in the NBA. Now, with that said, hand up here. Would have loved for him back in Arkansas because you get Carter Knox back, maybe Adou Thiero's your four. You got guys like Pringle and Elwin at the five, and then you have like the backcourt of Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas. I think that team is absolutely incredible. I think Arkansas will still be good without him, but you look across the SEC, Pettiford back, Phylon back, Otega Owe back. Yes, you got Carter Knox back, but you could have got some really good news by getting the Duke Thiero back. I know we'll do a longer form video on this, Dion, so I don't want a too long answer. Kind of just yes or no. A Duke Thiero right decision?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I would have loved for him to be back at Arkansas though. But yeah, like I said, you shoot the way he shot, they're telling you you're gonna get drafted. Just go do it, my man.
Yeah,
Just go do it.
stock down Arkansas NIL collective. If y'all really had the Tyson Nugget bags like y'all said y'all did, y'all get Carter Knox and a Duke Thiero back. But congrats to Duke Thiero. It'd be interesting to see like where he falls, where he gets drafted. Do you think he goes in the first round?
Either Wasserman has him mock 31 to the Jazz. So
Okay,
he's
so it'll
right
be
in
it'll be borderline then, huh?
borderline. He's right in between where you want to be drafted, in my opinion. I think you either want to go first round or you want to go late second because the late second round picks get the 4-year guaranteed deal. So he's right in that area where he's going to get a true second round deal. But I think this is more so just a guy that wants to go live his dream out and doesn't really care how he does it.
Yeah, Adou Thiero was coming into Kentucky was like a 3-star recruit, right? Like he is late bloomer, late growth spurt, late all that. and now finds himself with the opportunity to get drafted. You can't really blame the kid. I'm pulling for him. I really like Adou Thiero. I really like his game. And I would bank on the jumper coming along a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see where he lands and how that comes along throughout his career. But congrats to Adou Thiero, my word. Interested to see what your draft night looks like.